We're almost there. Almost.
Oh. Yeah, that's
So what happens when you're not ready? There we go. Alright, so we got this all the way up, right? Yeah. So we should go like this. And we'll do super. There we go. Now you're live. Ah, shit. I'm in a lot of trouble. Alright, take a look. There we go. A little better. Okay, this needs to go off. There we go.
No.
Much better. Is that better? Maybe a little bit more this way. Oh.
Hello.
So we don't need that. I can't really see.
Wash your glasses, silly.
Oh, that was worse. No, it's worse. We'll be good here, child. There we go. It's a little slow.
Well, that might be the internet.
I don't know. Might be. There we go.
Very adjusty. Hi, everybody.
There we go. Got top chat. No, let's go to found funding. Nobody yet. Okay, so let's yeah, maybe we should. What'd you say? Who was tired? I don't know.
She won't make it because she was tired. She said on her live stream.
Well, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
But good vibes. Good
I know.
vibes
It's
to
give a couple seconds for everybody to get here. Hang around.
even now we can still have fun.
Yeah, we're still having fun.
What is that?
What is
that?
What is what?
Why is it sticking out?
I don't know why that's sticking out.
It's like
I have no clue.
It's not my birthday.
I can't see it right here, though. I mean, I can't. What do you mean you can't? What?
It says it's my birthday month, but it's not my birthday
Where
month.
does it say it's your birthday month?
On my cup. See?
Wow. Okay.
But it's not. But I love October.
There you go. Kind of waiting for a couple people to show up. Hanging out. Good to have one person here.
Oh, hi.
Whomever you are. Say hello if you'd like. Or whatever. Or not.
So what are we going to talk about?
We got a lot of stuff to talk
We got a
about.
lot of stuff to talk about. One of the things we need to talk about is how AI is taking over the way that they do interviews and the way that they do applications. It's crazy. I filled out an application for a local store through, I guess, a headhunter. I don't know who it was, but I filled it out online thinking it was the actual store. I didn't get a call. I thought it was weird. I'm pretty qualified. Maybe I was just overqualified and they just didn't want me, right? So I asked one of the people that worked there, hey, well, maybe they hired all the people they needed and they didn't need seasonal help. Stores always need seasonal help. And she's like, no, they need the help. And so I went directly to, like, she told me to go click like the QR code that they had, and I clicked that and I went directly to it. The application looked similar, but it was different because once it got sent in, I got a email the next day. So something was wrong because the first one was like, oh, sorry, we're not hiring people like you. I'm like, but I just want a part-time seasonal job. I don't understand. That's the position I was applying for. So I just thought that was weird.
AI is in everything. It's like every time you watch a video on on YouTube or
MTV,
I
where
know I
you live
search
in.
MTV. Anytime you watch a video, all the narration is AI, and I know it makes it a lot easier for some things. I know when I'm searching, there's a guy named Desert Drifter who passed away, and I do a lot of searches on his court case and stuff like that, and AI was real good about keeping me up to date about it, but it's just a pain in the ass to have to listen to the. If you watch videos a lot, as I do, it's the same exact voice in 80% of the videos, and it gets
It does.
monotonous after a while.
It's
It's not to where
annoying.
it's very fun at all.
It's not. They do it a lot, and I get it. You don't want to waste your voice talking and stuff, but
Yeah, and I also realize that when you plug something into AI, you just give them all the information, and they'll put it together for you. That's so easy. That's so
sometimes
cool.
it depends what you're doing, and yes, they do. But I also learned in my application process that you are not allowed to use AI to help you with applications.
Right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out. But interestingly enough, you are allowed to use AI on college reports and what else do they call them? Summaries or whatever the hell you have to write. Whenever you have to write stuff for college, they will allow AI for you to help.
Thesis.
Thesis, essays. That's the word I'm looking for. Because when I was in college, maybe 2, 3 years ago, I was taking a few classes. They said we can't prove that it's AI or if it's you. And I'm thinking, yeah, you can if it's spelled correctly. Right?
I want to you have to proofread AI. You can't just let it go. When people do videos and stuff, I think they don't realize they have to proofread it. I was watching one today where it was talking about a gentleman and his wife had broken up, and his last name was like Harrington, and it
Yes.
would say Mister Harrington,
Harrington.
and then it would say like Miss Harrington. I mean, it was like
Mm-hmm.
she says Red Bull like that. Red Bull.
I just say
It's just
Red Bull.
you hear it. Red Bull.
It's not there.
But
He's
anyway, I'll say this: AI is really easy to. I'd like to see one where you didn't know it was AI, like with a different tone. Or it's too bad you can't do your AI like you do Fonto, like how you make flyers and stuff. Um, because you can change the
I've
look,
never
and
heard of
it's too
that.
bad you can't do your AI like that.
Sometimes you can really tell for sure it's AI, aside from the fact that everybody picks the same AI voice, that it repeats itself. So, as a human, and I'm kind of an English person, so not because I'm English speaking, but I really am a language person. So, I took a lot of English classes. I'm really good at writing. You don't repeat yourself. Like you try to keep it sporadic, and you change the wording and you make it sound different instead of Mr. Harrington said, Mr. Harrington said, and then they repeat that in like the same sentence. And you're just like, but that's not English. That's not how you say it. So you would know, or think at least, that AI knows to adjust that because that's what they're supposed to do. Not that I'm complaining about AI, because trust me, I use it, and it's very helpful, and it helps me find the information I need online.
Yeah, AI is it's going to be in everything pretty soon. So, but I was on.
Ooh, maybe people will birth out of AI.
Do what?
Have babies out of AI.
What do you mean?
Like AI babies. No? No AI babies? He has no sense of humor.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's an AI. It's a bad AI joke.
It was really bad because I didn't understand it.
You wouldn't understand it anyway.
So I was on the road this week. I was in a place that smoked cigarettes, which is Louisiana doesn't have any laws against that. So I now have black lung.
And I could smell it when he texted me. It was
I had to burn
awful.
my clothes after the show. So did Harry. So did my feature. And bonus, uh, they all wanted to be part of the show. Talk to us and
Yeah,
raise
that
Cain.
was,
It was a good show.
it was
You know,
interesting to watch.
it was. Hey Johnny, what's up, brother?
Hi, Johnny.
Johnny's my buddy from New Bern.
Oh, hi, Jerry from New Bern.
his daddy used to own the gas station right by the room I rented, and his dad owned the It was called the Death Grill, and it was okay food and everything, but it was open all night.
I say was it a cemetery? Anyway, the big thing between the North and the South, we didn't call our dads daddy. That's weird to me.
Anyway, so this place that I was at in Louisiana was they still let you smoke in there, and the place literally there was 30 people there, and there was 31 people smoking. I mean, it was just.
So who picked up smoking? It was the baby, wasn't it?
There
was an infant in the mama's womb smoking.
It was bad. There was so many people there smoking. And then the next day when I got back to that night when I got back to the motel room, I had to put all my clothes in a bag. That's one of the tricks of being on the road. You always got to bring a plastic bag to put your dirty clothes in. Always, no matter what. And man, that plastic bag, if you opened it in the motel room, it smelled like Philip Morris walked through there naked. I mean, it was just bad.
Who's Philip Morris?
Philip Morris. They make cigarettes.
Oh, I don't smoke, so I don't know anything.
I don't
about
smoke
cigarettes.
either. I don't know who Philip Morris is. How about who is Winston? I don't know who Winston is.
Churchill?
Look, #1 fan.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Really?
I like that, man. You are awesome. So that was fun. And then of course we were in Fort Walton Beach, where a drunk guy fell off his bar stool the first 8 seconds of my show.
Did he hit his head?
No, he didn't. But nobody would help him. It was like he put his hand in the air like this, and nobody was there. So I just walked over and helped him.
Was he trying to have someone catch him? Maybe
he was already on the ground.
Maybe he thought he was still falling.
Here's the thing, though. I didn't post this. He actually dropped his phone, and it flipped. This was later. It was like 30 minutes later. It flipped over away from him, and he couldn't find it anywhere. And I picked it up and gave it to him.
You found his phone?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw it the whole time. He was the one that was. He was just batshit kookamonga.
Was he there before you guys got there?
I don't think he can go in before we get there. I don't think the door's open until.
Oh.
He might have been, but he was.
But you guys usually get there kind of early, and then.
Well, no, the show starts at 8. We usually get there at 7 because they got food for us. So we get there early to eat and see whatever.
Yeah, and they have people come in early so they could eat.
No, there's no restaurant there.
So what were you eating?
They cater it for us.
Oh.
It's a Comedy Zone gig. It's a it was not a flip phone. It was actually a good phone, but when it hit the ground and I looked at it, it was like some dude with his shirt off, like with a big chest, and I wasn't sure if it was him or not. I mean, it didn't matter, but it was just weird that he would have a picture of himself on his phone.
That is kind of weird. Maybe it was when he was younger, and that's what he
He was young.
This is me.
He was young. He was a military dude.
Well,
it was Fort Walton Beach. That's Air Force, I think.
But funny story about flip phones. So I used to work for Home Depot, and there was a gentleman that I worked with who had a flip phone. And I hadn't seen one in years, so I made fun of him profusely. And so did everybody else, by the way. It wasn't just me. He goes, "You better watch it because one day something's going to happen." Well, I was never, how can I put it? Vicky would be able to contest to this. My old boss, she, every time I worked, something went wrong with some electronic in the building. So I went and I can't remember his name, but I would make fun of him. And then he goes that he told me that. So I walk up front because I was running the front end and I was running the self-checks, and every single register went out that day. And I went back and I asked her, like, "Please forgive me. The tech gods are coming back to me because I made fun of your flip phone," which, by the way, he had for like 10 years. It's a good flip phone. It's a good phone.
A flip phone is a good phone?
It was a good phone. He liked his phone. He said it takes pictures.
I don't think a flip phone.
He said it took pictures. He said he dropped it. I mean, there's cement floors at Home Depot, and he dropped it all the time at work, and he didn't break it. Meanwhile, you do this on your phone and you break the screen. Not you, but
I don't think I've done that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I don't have a whole lot booked for October. So, and what else? There was something else I was going to talk to you guys about.
Tiggy's page.
Yeah, my dog has a YouTube page. I'll put the I know it sounds crazy. My dog has a YouTube page, but Tiggy is he's a Newfoundland, a colossal Newfoundland. We're gonna try to start a rescue at some time for our dog, where we take other Newfoundlands in, because Newfoundlands are misunderstood. They're so big, and people will get a Newfoundland and then they don't understand. I mean, it's even hard on us sometimes because they're so moody and emotional, and but we want to start a rescue for people who have a 4-year-old, 6-year-old, 3-year-old,
or
9-year-old.
Even someone who gets a puppy and then the puppy turns out to be a colossal, and they're like, "Why did we get this puppy?"
Right.
But I mean,
Colossal's over 130 pounds.
Technically, we already kind of have a rescue, considering all the other animals that we have. But we want to focus mostly on Newfoundlands, and we want to make sure that we can. I want to kind of bring the Newfoundland into what I do with grief. So, like, benevolent
grief counseling.
Yeah, not really counseling, more like coaching. But yeah, I would like to do.
She doesn't want to say counseling because you can't say that if you're not a doctor. You
can't say counseling unless you have a doctorate degree or a master's degree, which I don't have, but I can be like a coach. But which is, I think, better, because a lot of therapists don't have. While they have the knowledge, what they're taught is kind of old, and they don't keep up because it's a newer kind of theology, if you will, and so they can't or philosophy, and they can't really keep up with it because they're working with overworked. I mean, they're overworked just as much as regular medical doctors are. So I feel bad for them, and this is kind of one of those things when someone doesn't need medication or doesn't need that constant therapy, they can go to somebody that they can have guidance and still get through the grief process.
Yeah.
And dogs make people happy, especially Newfoundlands.
Yeah, he slobbers all over, but for some reason that just
I don't know
completely heals him.
Are like, this is fine. We took Tiggy to the memory center.
Yeah.
And everybody just sat and stared at him. All he did was lay on the floor. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, he's gotta get him in better shape. Me too. But I mean, we've been walking him, and I mean, we've been doing a lot more with him. He just sits around. There's not a lot he can do when we're both working, and then when I'm home in the daytime, my back has bothered me so bad the last few months that I ain't done a whole lot. Now I'm doing more, but he needs to lose some weight. He doesn't need to be. I mean, he's a colossal, so he's gonna be big.
But he's too big, and I can't walk him when I'm home because
he pulls you like a horse.
We went for a walk with Kayak, and I could deal with Kayak, but Kayak still pulls me, and he's 45 pounds. And but Tiggy saw something the other day on our walk, and I thought Doug was just gonna be drugged behind him, because he didn't run.
Armadillo.
By any means, this dog did not run. He just walked a little faster than he normally does, and he did not stop. He just had his mind set on getting that thing, and he went after it.
He's 200 pounds plus.
Yeah.
So I think he's
a big boy.
Johnny has a dog. Johnny has a little dog, I think. How big is your dog, Johnny?
Oh, it's on my forehead. Ah! I'm a mess.
Can't see in here. Oh, shit.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
I just find out. I know it's in here somewhere.
He has a car, he said.
The fuck?
A car?
Oh, I thought you got a cat, right?
Oh, does that say cat? Oh, no.
Yeah, he's got a cat or dog or something.
Oh,
I know. I knew he had something like that.
We have 6 of them.
Yeah. Cat. Yeah.
Hmm.
We have 6 cats, Johnny.
We do.
We have 5 females and 1 male, and that male cat is pissed off. He don't like being the only male.
No, I think Mama is pissed off the most because she's deaf and she doesn't know what's going on.
Most deaf people are like that, though. Most deaf people aren't real happy. So.
Yes, they are. Jason's awesome at Target.
We don't know that. We
That's
think
true.
he is.
He could be mean outside of work.
No, he's not like that. I don't think he is like that.
You don't think
Look, I
so?
found out how to see the participants.
Oh, yay! We have one.
I didn't even know how to do that. Didn't even know I could do that.
But that's very cool.
Yeah, it is, man.
So what else do we need to talk about today?
We haven't done a live stream in a while.
We haven't. That's probably why people are like, "Oh, this ain't real."
Yeah, we ain't done it in a while, but we will.
Let's see. Nothing's going on in my life.
I might be losing my feature.
No.
He doesn't watch, so it doesn't matter.
You're not gonna lose your feature.
I think my feature doesn't want to go back on the road with me anymore after 160 shows, which I understand. Why would anybody want to do what I do? Not famous and not rich. Not funny.
Okay, let's just make this depressing.
It is depressing.
You are funny. I mean, I understand. It's hard to be positive amongst the greatness that I am.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Anyway, it would be fun to go on the road. I don't like to go on the road that much, though. When we went to, where did we go? We went to Tennessee. That was a fun trip.
We also went to Newport News, and then we went to Virgin Islands.
Well, the Virgin Islands was unique.
The Virgin Islands was a great place where we were staying at. It was really nice, but as a whole, the Virgin Islands is a ghetto. I mean, unless you go in on a cruise ship or fly in on a private jet airstrip, you're not going to see.
But I'm glad that we experienced
I am
it
too.
the
I
way
had a
that
blast.
we did.
The place we stayed was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, wait. Isn't this our view? Can I pull this out?
It's not gonna. You're not gonna be able
You don't think so? So this was our view. Can we see any of it?
Yep.
That was our view on one of the days
to. Yep. That
in
was.
the Virgin Islands. It was very, very, very pretty.
We stayed on a cliff that overlooked Sarah's Bay,
Sarah's Bay.
and it was pretty awesome. It was
Very
pretty
nice.
amazing. Yeah. It was pretty amazing. Nice.
Yes, it was very nice.
Johnny's the only one watching. Why? I don't even know why I do this.
Well, I mean, we did kind of last minute do it.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Johnny, thank you for being here, buddy.
Yes, thank you, Johnny.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
He's pretty awesome. Johnny's pretty awesome.
Like the video and go
You
to
remember my
Tiggy's
buddy?
page.
You remember my buddy I told you about that I grew up with, David Stroud? I told you he was the guy that died of AIDS in the '90s. Remember?
Okay.
Told him he used to grew up in our neighborhood. We used to look out for him.
Okay.
Him and Johnny knew each other real well.
Aww.
They were good friends. Yeah, and you remember Johnny? You remember David's older brother Dale that died in a car accident? Super good looking dudes, like all the chicks liked him, and he had a Corvette. You remember him? He was like Mr. Yeah, he was like the best looking dude, and he was a few years ahead of me. Johnny, were you supposed to graduate in '81? Because I was supposed to graduate, or did you graduate in '81? I was supposed to graduate in '83, and I think Dale was supposed to. He graduated in 1980, I think, because Dave was the same age as me.
Wow, I'm really young.
You are. She's 11 years younger.
I graduated in '94.
So that's a lot.
Yeah. Then I had my first kid in '95, so you know.
You graduated 82. Okay, so you're a year older than me. I think Dale was
My brother graduated in '82.
a couple of years older than us, because I know that he was like 3 years older than David. I can't remember anyway, but Johnny and I go way back. Johnny and I didn't hang out a lot when we were younger, but we knew each other. He was always cool. And his dad, Like I said, his dad owned that gas station for 375 years.
Wow, his dad was old.
I'm kidding. No, his dad owned the station for a long time. Hey, what
Wow.
was that other place, Johnny? Mr. Bell. Didn't Mr. Bell own the Bell Sitco? Oh yeah, his mom owned a bar in Bridgeton that
That's
Strictly
fun.
Wicked used to play at.
That's
That's how
fun.
long that was.
Yeah, but she wasn't as old as your dad, I'm sure.
I don't know.
His dad, not your dad.
Oh no, I was just kidding.
Talking about.
Yeah, his mom. I think it was the Cop Out 2, and there was also over there Bill and not it was
She had a franchise?
Ted's. What?
I said she had a franchise?
No, it was like they called it a couple different things.
Oh.
Because I remember it was hard for us to get booked anywhere, and they would book us.
So how many fights?
Taps, that was it.
How many fights did you get in there?
And Taps? Oh shit, you had to fight to get in. I'm
You
just kidding.
You
I'm
would
just
have
kidding.
fight his mom?
No, she'd kick your ass. His mom was tougher than shit. Yeah, I got a couple scraps over there, but Taps was pretty much a local bar. Truth. Taps was like a local bar for like the local construction guys and fishermen, and it was a tough place, but nobody really messed with you. I mean, once in a while, it was all right. They kept it pretty good. If you went in there and you weren't looking for no trouble, and someone tried to give you some shit, everybody would take up for you. But I was young, man. Me and Johnny were young,
Yeah.
because that place, shit, I bet that place opened in the damn. What was it before it was Taps and Cop Out? It was something before that. Wasn't it a bar before that? Or like a little restaurant or something? Because it was right in between Morris's Blueberry Field and Jones's service station. Yep. Because Jones's was here and it was right in the middle.
How long did you live there?
I lived in New Bern. I moved there in 77 and moved away for good in 2012. But I lived in Florida for a year before that. I lived in LA for a year. I lived there a long time. Johnny was there longer than me. I believe he was born and raised. Were you born in Craven County, Johnny? I believe you were. I believe he was. I believe his whole family was. It goes way back, man. Yep.
So I don't math. So how many years is that?
Well, I mean, Johnny's a year older than me. Hey, man.
No, that's not true. I do math.
Everything all right with your stuff, that tumor thing, man? Is everything okay with that? I mean, I thought I kept up with you a little bit about it. Oh, that's right. You did. He moved to New York City when he was 18.
18?
Did you move there at the same time David Stroud did? No way. Maybe that's how I got it all figured out.
Parents can't get rid of their kids at 18 nowadays.
No, we all wanted to get the fuck out of New Bern. No, okay. I know Dave moved there too. Shit, if you lived in New Bern and you didn't want to get out of town, the people like me and Johnny would think you were an idiot because none of us wanted to stay in New Bern.
Shit, I couldn't wait to get out of Sauk Village. I haven't been back.
I met a guy from Northwest Chicago the other day.
Okay, first of all, Sauk Village isn't from the northwest of Chicago.
Where is it?
It's the south.
Whatever.
40 miles direct south.
Maybe that's why he'd never heard of it.
Yeah, that would.
Hated it.
Yeah, I hated,
it too.
I hated it too. I hated it, and I don't. I mean, I love Chicago, but I don't want to go back because it's too well. Aside from corrupt, it's just too bad. It's not a good place to be, especially now. I don't know how my
The Green Lantern.
yes.
It used to be called Lums.
Lums, that's
Yeah.
the Green Lantern.
It's a restaurant in New Bern everybody used to go to get fucked up and party, get laid.
Wow.
It turned into.
I don't even know what it's like to live in such a small town because
Yeah, it
I
was
grew
small.
up in a big city, so I don't know.
Chicago. See, when me and him lived there, New Bern only had about 12,000 people in it.
But
Maybe
I will
14,000.
say this though, when I left, I was very disappointed because we had so many diners and ma and pa places, and if you wanted, I don't feel like spaghetti at this place, let's go over here and get like good salads or get Greek food. Every place
We had that in New Bern
I know,
too.
but that's what I'm saying. When I left there, and I moved to Indiana for a while, everything was a chain. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. Like, nobody owns their own place, like, that they cook from, and that's like the go to place. At least here in St. Augustine, Palm Coast, we have people who came from New York, Chicago, and all that stuff. And they just decided that we needed a place like that. So they have them here. Not very many. There are way too many chains down here.
You won't meet many people in Florida that are from where you're at.
No.
There's a few I've met that are from here.
Well, if you go to Tampa,
I know.
go on that side, most people are from Chicago. And the theory is that 75, 65, 75 go together and they come down to the west side of Florida, and then people from New York and New Jersey come down 95 to the east side, and then anybody in between is just probably more native than anything. But with that said, they have Portillo's, and on the Tampa side, they have Portillo's, which is Chicago place. They have White Castle, which is a northern place. I'm waiting for them to bring down Meyer. That would be awesome, but that'll never happen. But yeah, so I'm noticing that.
So, Johnny, you got any idea what the population of New Bern is? When I was in New Bern last time, I couldn't figure out how to get to the cemetery over there. Not Greenleaf, the one over there in Country Club. The one over, like, if you're heading toward Riverbend, it's on the left, behind where the flower center used to be. That's not Greenleaf, is it? I can't remember. That's where my parents are buried, but yeah, you're right. New Bern is blown up. I mean, I don't know how the infrastructure handles it, because there was just so many people. When I moved away, I think there was 18,000, 16,000, something like that.
When I left my hometown, there was, and keep in mind, the little village town I grew up in was small compared to Chicago, but we had like 200,000 people when I left.
There's 160,000 in Palm Coast right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
like.
not including Flagler.
So like Palm Coast is how I grew up. This is how I grew up. I grew up with, we had, you could walk anywhere, you could ride your bike places, but obviously you had to have energy to do that, which I don't anymore because I'm old. But that's okay. But that's crazy how things blow up. Like, everybody's moving everywhere, and
70s hot mess bypass going traffic. Oh, they're doing another bypass? I thought they just. Well, that was a long time ago. I remember when they built the one in the 70s. Because I lived in Tryon Estates apartments, and they built that one. They're doing it. They're doing Johnny. They're doing it here. They're gentrifying this place for the people that. Here's a story for you, Johnny. In the late 90s, the millionaires moved into Palm Coast, bought up land, bought up houses. And then in about 2009, 2010, the billionaires, the really rich people moved in, and they bought all those other little shitty rich people out.
But
now it's the big people that got the big money where they buy a couple $2 or $3 million homes, tear them all down, and build one right in the middle.
Yeah,
they
or
do
a
that
hotel.
Here. Or a hotel.
But even before then, before the millionaires started coming, they had an IT place that they brought in families from other places around the country, and they brought them here to live, and that's what started it.
You're right.
Well, aside from Flagler, but he was more a St. Augustine thing and came down here and started Flagler Beach, not necessarily Palm Coast.
Yeah, Flagler has a lot of history.
Yeah, it's crazy. The cemetery that I worked at was over 100 years old, and we actually have some of the bricks because they had to pull up the bricks and put down tar and cement or whatever because somebody fell and got injured, so we had to do that. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anywho, and then they came back and somebody fell again. But anyway, they had to pull up all these bricks, and we have all these bricks. We have a lot of them in the backyard where they were actually from the ships that came over because they came over empty, right?
Used the bricks as ballast.
And they used the bricks as ballast.
And they took trees back with them.
And then they used those bricks to build roads actually was it 17 or 13? I can't remember the name of the old road.
17 was, see where Johnny and I live. They have Highway 17 north to south, and they went from Maine to Florida. But 13 went from like Florida to Vegas.
Okay.
So it goes like that.
Well, but now
Michigan or something.
Banal used to be the big town, and years and years and years ago. So that it went through Banal, and then it went all the way to the beach, and then I guess who bought the cemetery land, whoever owned that land, made the cemetery there and started it off, and then it became this whole big thing, and history goes on.
Are you talking about? You're not talking about Vance Harper Jones's house, are you? I lived there. I used to rent a room from him back in the early 80s. T. Harris was my neighbor. You remember them? Yep, that's Vance. Is Vance still alive? Because he was a librarian at Craven Cucumber. Is he really? Wow, he's got to be old too, man.
Is he still a librarian there?
That just shows you gay people live longer than normal people. He was like an old woman, but he treated me good. He let me get behind on my rent. I always paid it. He would give me extra stuff to do so I could clean up around the house. He was always nice to me, man. He never made me feel uncomfortable, but he knew I was a crazy person too. So I had the room in the basement that had no windows. It used to be a horse stable. I hate it that they redid the whole house because there was a lot of original stuff. That house was built in the 1700s. There was a musket ball in my door. That's how old the door was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was during the bombing of New Bern. In the Civil War, they shelled the whole town.
Yeah.
And there was you could dig holes in the yard, and you could find Civil War stuff in the yard.
Wow.
I never gave a shit about it.
Now you would.
Now I would. He would go out there. I hope they do, man. They should keep the original vibe. He used to Vance would go out and like I'd mow the grass, he'd go clean and stuff, and he'd have like a pile of shit in the yard. It would be like old. There was a pack-a-sack right behind that house. There's like a fence, and people would walk by and throw shit in his yard. There's a little alley that went out, but he would find like hangers and like utensils from like Civil War soldiers. I would say, what the fuck is that? And he would say, oh, it's a Civil War. I'm like, yeah, it sure is. And he found bones and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But he didn't want to sell that place. He wanted to sell it to a conservatory. They built an incredible patio garden in back, and they had enough room for it. He wanted to sell the company the house to a conservatory, and he couldn't do it. Sorry about that. My I just took a shower. My shorts got stuck on my shirt. But yeah, the people who bought it, I'd read something about it, that the people who had bought it were like some sort of company that redoes houses and does stuff like that. But I don't know. I do not know.
I've never been there. Although I worked with a girl that was from New Bern.
Magnolia Place. I've heard that, man. I wonder who the ones who bought it were. But you know what? That place, shit, Johnny. They had to have paid a lot of money for that house. I wonder how much it went for. It's got to be $1 million. I mean, and plus Vance Harper Jones, his mother, I think owned the house to start with. I've heard about that video. I hadn't seen it, but I'm gonna look it up. His mother lived to be like 90. I mean, she died in like 91 or 92, and of course it was already his. I don't know. He might have bought it himself. I can't remember the story, but he told me a story about it.
It's been a while.
It was a beautiful place too. It had like 1, 2, 3 apartments in the front, one or maybe 3 apartments in the front. And then it had the washroom in the back where my apartment little room was. And then upstairs, he had like a nice apartment, like on the. He lived on the second floor because the first floor was like that. He lived on like the main floor, and then there was a stairwell that went up and it went to nothing. They sheetrocked it, and you had to go like a hallway outside to get to it. That was a whole floor, and then he had a top floor that he rented. So it was like he had like a fourth story. No, or he had bottom floor, first floor, second floor, third floor. But the third floor was really the fourth floor. And then they had a house right next door that the lawyers bought.
What is it like? The 13th floor doesn't exist too?
Yeah, 13th floor. It was right. It was right across the street from the Harvey Mansion. Because I was a dishwasher at the Harvey Mansion for a summer or so, which fed me. You know, I worked 6 days a fucking week there. But
Well, how many hours?
I would go in at about 3 o'clock, and I would work till about 11. And they would feed
Not
me,
that bad.
and I got paid, once a week. And um,
Did they charge you for the food?
no, never charged me for the
Because I
food.
worked for a steakhouse and I had to pay. I got a discount on my meal because I worked there. I was like, really? Like, I'm here working during dinner. I don't have a choice. I have to eat here.
The Harvey Mansion is a boutique hotel now.
Ooh.
Shit, I played there with Corella Deville in the basement. What
The basement?
So do they have they don't have a restaurant there anymore? Yeah, they had a basement. And not nobody, I mean, basements in North Carolina are very wow. No restaurant. That's bullshit. That guy, do you remember David Thurston? The owner of that place? He was a smart dude, man. He made a lot of money in that place.
Wow.
The basement is closed.
Oh.
Basement was a cool bar, man. Cool bar.
I like basements. Grew up with them, so. And I've never not had a basement until I moved to Florida. But even then, when I moved here, I had a safe room. So.
The basement down there was a meat market. I got laid there a bunch of times.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you, we were kids,
Okay.
youngsters. That's where the lady who delivered my mail.
Good times, he says. She
I
fucked you?
I fucked the lady who used to bring my mail to me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She
You really
she came to
didn't
see the
leave much
she
sooner
came
than
to
you
see the
did.
band one time, and I'd see her at my house, and somehow or another I just slipped and it went inside of her.
That isn't.
It
No!
was not my fault.
It doesn't work that way.
Listen, when I was young, it would. You won't believe the shit this thing has got me into.
I'm sure, but it doesn't just accidentally fall into
It
a vagina.
accidentally fell in her vagina.
It doesn't.
I was at the bathrooms.
No.
She kissed me, and I did not kiss her. And next thing you know, we were making kangaroo noises, and it wasn't. It was not my fault. I was not in control of any of that.
Is it too late to rethink the marriage?
It's been 2 years. Your statute of limitations is over.
Wait a minute. I thought we had a 17-year contract. You only got like 2 years left.
That's right. Oh. All right. Well, we've had fun tonight. All we've done is talk to Johnny. I'm glad, Johnny. Thank you for.
Okay,
thank you for.
Here. He came to visit. Do you remember?
I do remember him. What was that deal with him? Who was that?
The same guy.
Guy who walked around with a cape. I do remember him. What? Who was that guy? What was up with him? I remember that guy.
Speaking of guys with capes, there was my brother and I used to go to the beach up in Chicago every summer, and our goal was to hit the beach at least once every day during the summer. And we had the summer, I think it was my sophomore year, we hit every day but 4 days. And mind you, in Chicago it's cold, so you can't jump in the water or anything, blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, we had this long winding road we had to go down to get to the parking lot so we could park. So we go walk down a long winding road to get to the beach, and there's this guy in his yellow Speedo with a yellow cape on walking down the street. I'm not kidding.
He said he remembers me chasing him down the street.
Why did you chase him? What is wrong with you?
I can't remember what happened. I think, honestly, Johnny, I'm glad you brought that up because I was a real jerk back in those days. You know, I mean, I wasn't a jerk to everybody, but I was a jerk to some people, and I absolutely was probably not a very nice guy to him. I wish I could find him and apologize to him because that was fucked
I'm
up.
pretty sure he's not there anymore. Why did he wear a cape?
I remember that
Was
day
he
he's talking
handicapped?
about. No, I had went down there drunk with some of my other buddies, and I think he asked me for a cigarette, and I think I fucking started chasing him.
Honey child, I am so glad I didn't know you back then. We never
I
would
was
have
like,
been together. I don't
Johnny,
care.
I was
We
like
would
17
we
or
wouldn't have
something.
been together if I had known you back then.
I was even
Even if
probably.
I was only like 4 years old when I knew you, I still would have heard the stories and been like, hell no.
So I went on the road with high voltage. When I came back, I was 17. That's when I got the job at the Harvey Mansion. Yes, we were kids. And I got the job at the Harvey Mansion when I was 17 because they wouldn't let me drink. Back then it was 18. You could drink beer at 18, liquor at 21. And and I would get fucked up at my house and walk around downtown. And I absolutely don't remember what started that, but it was absolutely my fault. That sucks. I hate it. I'm glad you remembered that because I did. That was back when Union Point was like nothing but a parking lot. It was just pretty much Union Point is an amazing place at Woodman Hall, and they had all this stuff and a boat landing. But back in those days, Union Point was just first of all, Union Point was a landfill, and then they cleaned it all up and made it like a parking lot, and then they made it like a boat ramp, and now it's gorgeous. People get married there and shit. I've been in two weddings there. Was it? No way. Gay troll pickup. We uh we weren't doing that, but
I
we
don't know. Based on some of the stories you've told me, I
well
wouldn't be surprised.
I've never been I've never been a homophobe or anybody like that. But I was scared of it when I was really young. I mean, you know. Shut up. He's funny. Johnny's very funny. But yeah, man, I don't look back fondly on any of that behavior. That was not, you know.
You know,
I didn't know. I mean,
hindsight is always 20.
I knew there was gay people down there, but I didn't know it was a pickup site. There was a black dude. I can't remember what his name was, and he drove like a Mercedes or something. A gay dude, and he would drive by me when I was walking home. He would wait till I would walk home. What was his name? And he would come up and he would just say the dirtiest shit to me.
Was it Mr. Willie?
No, Mr. Willie is here. He wasn't gay.
Oh.
But this black dude, I can't remember. He's a big, fat black dude. And he was super duper over the top. I mean, he just offered me money and all. I was scared of the dude, to be honest with you.
Is that the one that you said that was in the car behind the store or whatever?
That was when I was a little boy. No,
Oh,
when I was a little boy.
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So many fucked up things.
Yeah,
I mean, fucked up things happened to me too. And I don't know how I knew, but I knew don't be around this.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and me and Johnny come from a place down south where, you know, the morality. I did. Thank you. Morality.
Had.
Right. It's morality didn't filter down to the south. There was a lot of incestual bullshit, and there was a lot of abuse. And I mean, I'll be the first one to tell you, uh, foster care was the best thing that ever happened to me. I didn't have any sexual abuse, but
Oh, thank you. Well, listen, I mean, there was shit like that up north too. I'm not gonna lie, but I also knew that it was wrong, and I didn't want to be a part of it. I basically spent most of my childhood alone. Like I played in our backyard that was fenced off, or I stayed in my room. I didn't go do anything. I didn't talk to people except for my neighbors, Annette and Laureen, and those were the only people I really hung out with. Because every time I made a new friend, they backstabbed me or did something stupid. And it was like, why am I even leaving my house for this? You know, so I kind of learned my lesson by watching my siblings and other people get, you know.
that's cool. Well, I've had fun, man. I've had fun. Johnny, thank you for hanging out with us, man.
Yes, thank
We're
you.
trying to get this thing working, and it's I'm not in the greatest state of mind at the moment for some reason. But we appreciate you hanging out with us, man. I owe you big time. And thanks for being a friend, man. Thanks for being a friend
Yes,
for all
thank
these
you.
years, man. I think I've known you since I was about 15 or 16. So we've known each other a long time. You're a good dude, man. And I'm sorry you were sick last time I was in New Bern, or was the time before that. So next time I'm there, we definitely have to get together, have coffee, and do whatever. Because you're one of those friends in New Bern I want to see. Every time I go see my other friends, they're all on fucking drugs, Johnny. I'm telling you, man. I had a couple friends I saw when I was there last time. One of them offered me cocaine, stuck it in my hand. I was like, I don't even fucking do drugs. I don't do any of that shit. Get the fuck away from me. So I mean, it'd be great to be around somebody who's fairly fucking normal. I mean, if we're the normal ones, oh, Lord have mercy.
This world is just gonna have to end.
I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there at the end.
Just a little tangent. But it's true. There's
Anyway.
so
All right,
much
brother.
craziness.
I love you, man.
All right.
I appreciate you. We'll be back.
Thank you. Bye. Subscribe to Tiggy.